Hello, it's blood type meal time. And so, blood type A, you all know that by now. And so, it's 4 o'clock my time, it's my first meal of the day, but it's not me breaking fast because actually I had a coffee today that had caffeine in it. Has caffeine because I haven't even finished drinking it. I quit drinking coffee regularly a couple of weeks ago. I might have it like once or twice a week, and if I do, it's decaf. And I think I just take great pleasure in preparing it, and sometimes I won't even drink it all. So that's might be the case for today. But it's Sunday, so and I was like, you know what? I made how to say negotiated with myself again. It's not to deprive myself of everything. If I want a coffee, I'll have it. And the reason I avoid it is that I will. It's not really the coffee that I like. It's the creamers that I like. And actually, I was talking with that about that with a coworker earlier today, and I was like, again, it's the creamers that I like. And I've tried healthier versions or options of creamers available to me, and I'm like, I don't like it. I like the super toxic like caramel macchiato kind of stuff, you know. So obviously that isn't too great because it does have a high sugar content, which I am generally avoiding. But back to the meal. Um, with but also the other reason why I'm avoiding caffeine is because cortisol spikes, that obviously that affects the kidneys. With the kidneys, that has to do like with the quality of blood. I experience alopecia, which may, I don't know if it has a direct impact or not, but I am doing my best to say like isolate, eliminate, going that route. And so but if you do drink coffee, and I will try to locate the medical studies, either this or on another post, is that avoid it for the first 60 to 90 minutes of the day. And the reason for that is that because when our cortisol is, my understanding is that our cortisol levels spike early in the morning, and that is actually one of that's the thing that wakes us up. And so you already have elevated cortisol levels just, due to natural our biological processes. And then what most people do is that they will drink coffee first thing, even before drinking water. So you already have elevated cortisol levels, and then on top of that, coffee spikes your cortisol levels even higher. And so that is one of the reason or contributing factors, say, like, why we experience, like, say, mid-morning crashes. So a lot of people will have, at least when I was in the office environment, we all held, I think, like similar schedules, not like restaurant work here where, some people were coming in at all days of the, how do I say, all hours of the day. But when I was in an office environment, a lot of people would start feeling sluggish like around 10:30. And I was like, I think there might be, how to say, based on my observation and the study that I came across, there might be some sense to that, is to, you basically avoid coffee for the first 60 to 90 minutes if you can. And then also before you drink your coffee, try having water, like at least 1 to 2 glasses of water. Again, I'm not a medical professional, nothing. This is just all through my experience and reading throughout the course of my life, in hopes of healing myself from alopecia. Anyways, but that's where I'm at. And then but the reason I ask that you all consider or including it into your habit, 1 to 2 glasses of water in the morning first thing. So water in the morning, and then wait at least 60 to 90 minutes to have your coffee. And if preferably warm water is best. So like I'll heat my water up, I'll let it come to, say, like about 65 degrees Celsius, and then I'll drink it, to just to help I guess like the plasma, as we're sleeping overnight, it kind of becomes like coagulated. And then so like with you drinking water, it helps to like liquefy the plasma. And there's a study based on that too, is that the majority of heart attacks take place, I think the highest day of heart attacks, or the greatest number of heart attacks, is experienced, I believe it's like on a Monday morning, but it's definitely Monday through Friday, and all before like the hours of, like, say, 7 a.m. to 12 noon. And so as to why, I think it might have to do with like the majority of people's work schedules and with the coagulation of the plasma, and then having coffee first thing in the morning, which, spikes the cortisol. I don't know how, if that is directly related to heart attack or not, but the increased heart rate definitely might be. So back to the meal. So I had one of the girls that I work with, she's like, hey, I made you this salad. And so it's kale, it's a lot of good stuff. It just happens to be, she's like, oh, I think, she's like, I see you eat kind of healthy, she'll see me like when I go on my walks and stuff or jogging or whatever. And then so it's kale. It has like shredded carrots, sun-dried cranberries. We have red cabbage in here, and all those things are permissible, along with quinoa. and then also slivered almonds. So that's all good. I would say that if you're also blood type A, the only thing that probably wouldn't be the best thing for us are the chickpeas. And I love chickpeas, aka garbanzo beans. I love garbanzo beans, like roasted with chili, lemon, salt. Oh my God. Or dried chickpeas, whatever. But I'm going to leave them out. Good thing that they're like pretty much in whole form, so I can pick them out of my salad. So yum, yum, yum. And it already has its dressing. And then so, since I already have that salad, I had the cook, Isaac. He kind of like picked up on what I'm doing, you know. He knows that I'm avoiding peppers. And I love peppers. I could totally smash just jalapenos raw, you know, like just like that. And that's like I do with radish. And then so, but right now I am giving this diet a fair chance, and all for health purposes. And so he made me a baby Caesar salad minus the buffalo sauce today, and he gave me the shaved Parmesan cheese, which yes, we can. This is my favorite right here. If you can see the Parmesan there against my hand, probably not too well, but shaved Parmesan cheese. Oh my God, I love throwing this on the griddle, with a little bit of salt, a little bit of oil, throwing it in a corn tortilla. My God. But you know, and it smells so delicious, the seasoned chicken breast. So he gave me the baby Caesar salad, and then I'll be having my extra this. So this will be my one meal of the day, and I hope that gives you out there, anybody experiencing similar condition, or just experimenting with different diets. And when I say, you know, diets, I'm not on a weight loss program, no, but just diets like for your intake, your total intake for the purpose of health. I hope that this gives you some idea. And even if you don't have refrigeration, kale holds fairly well. Just if I were, say, if I didn't have refrigeration available to me, but I still need to take a lunch, I would just leave the dressing out, and otherwise it's okay. So all right, thank you all.